The Miami Dolphins are in the middle of tank for Tua season, so we knew that the Dolphins, they were definitely going to be sellers at the deadline. One of the big names that came up surrounding conversation, rumors with the Dolphins, who they were going to be trading at the deadline, definitely running back Kenyan Drake. And Kenyan Drake has been traded. Kenyan Drake has been traded to the Arizona Cardinals. It was reported by Ian Rappaport that he has been traded for a conditional 2020 draft pick. He added that it's a 6th rounder that could become a 5th round pick from the Arizona Cardinals to the Dolphins. The Dolphins, of course, are stockpiling picks, stockpiling for the future of their franchise, getting rid of any asset that is tradable on their team for more picks for the future of this franchise. And Kenyan Drake has been a confusing case for the Miami Dolphins for many seasons. For a long time, even really just as recently as last season, he was looked at the future, really as the future of the running back position on this football team, but really has never been able to take over that running back position, has never really been to be named the workhorse running back of the Miami Dolphins. And despite the talent that a lot of people see from him, he has never really been given that opportunity in Miami. Whether it was Adam Gase or now Brian Flores, really this season, last season, in the past, Kenyan Drake has not been utilized in the fashion that we thought that he might be when he was drafted. So Kenyan Drake has now been traded to a team that will heavily utilize him, specifically because David Johnson is injured, Chase Edmonds is injured, meaning that Kenyan Drake is going to step up right away into the role of being the primary back for the Arizona Cardinals, at least for the short term. The Cardinals surprisingly are a team right now in 2019 that are competing for the playoffs still in some way, shape, or form. They just were obliterated by the New Orleans Saints this past week, but they are still in the race. And really, Kenyan Drake is not just a move for this season, which obviously it isn't, but it's a move for this offense. It's a move for Kliff Kingsbury. He is an offensive guy. He's an offensive coach first. And the running game has become a very, very important, pretty much proponent of this offense for the Cardinals. I mean, it's become their biggest weapon offensively. It has the running game, and it's been giving a lot of defenses fits around the league. David Johnson is a back who can run and can catch. Edmonds is a back who can run and can catch. And Kenyan Drake fits the same mold as a back that I believe has been underutilized in his skill set as a guy who can run effectively and who can catch the ball out of the backfield. Now, Kenyan Drake this season has not had the best season of his career. Of course not. He's playing for maybe the worst team we've ever seen in the history of the NFL, so no running back is going to be productive under those circumstances. When you look back at Kenyan Drake's career, his biggest moments in his career have come in 2017 and 2018. He rushed for 644 yards in 2017, 535 in 2018, both playing 16 games in both of those seasons. He's also been a guy to catch 53 passes last year for 477 yards and 5 touchdowns, and 32 this season before that. So Drake certainly has shown a skill set in the NFL to be multifaceted, to be a guy that can come out of the backfield and catch the ball, but also be explosive enough, be agile enough, that's where I think his skill set really lies, is he's a very quick back side to side, has a pretty good base to him where he's pretty strong, pretty hard to take down, but he's definitely not a back in any way that is going to be treated as a David Johnson. He's not going to be flipped or for a Saquon Barkley or an Ezekiel Elliott. He's not that type of running back in terms of talent, in terms of skill, or in terms of just the pure ability to take on the load. He's never really shown that true ability, but he does have the skill set to be like those guys in a small little space, a small little amount of touches. And I think the explosive ability of Kenyan Drake is what really drew the Cardinals to trading for him. So that's what I really like about the trade from the Cardinals. Obviously, they're having to fill this running back spot for the short term, but for the long term, this is another piece to your offense that you can add in that has some versatility, that has some true talent that has been hidden and has not been able to come out. And I really feel like it was just time for Kenyan Drake to escape Miami, to find a new home, and hopefully somewhere that can take full advantage of his skill set that I think has been so underutilized over the years in Miami with the Dolphins. So Kenyan Drake gets a fresh start in Arizona with the Cardinals, with Kyler Murray, with Kliff Kingsbury, and with an offense that I think best will utilize his skill set. For the Miami Dolphins, they're picking up more picks. Obviously, like I said, I think it was time for Drake to move on. I think it was time for the Dolphins to move on from Drake. And when you really look at it, a guy like Walton has become the starter and the true back for them. They also have a guy like Balaj, and I'm sure that they probably don't even have the starting running back for the years to come on this roster right now. So they had to factor that in. I don't think they really loved anybody at the running back position on their roster, and they're really just looking to acquire the most talent possible or the most draft picks possible to help build the foundation of what this roster is going to become for the future of Brian Flores, or for the future of this franchise, and hopefully for the future of their next franchise quarterback that they've really been searching for since Dan Marino. So overall, I like this move from both sides because we knew the Dolphins were going to trade Drake on one hand, and at least they got something for him. And on the other side, the Cardinals get a weapon, a player that is going to fit their offense, that's going to hopefully get a fresh start, and maybe even they're going to have some sneaky value coming in from Kenyan Drake, even if this is a position that they already had two running backs who look like true NFL starters. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you do Gronk spike the like button. Subscribe to the Bottom Line View if you haven't already for more NFL analysis videos. Plenty of those on the channel regarding the NFL trade deadline. And also, comment below your opinion on this move. Did you like it? Do you love it from the Miami Dolphins or the Arizona Cardinals? Do you hate it from either team? Do you agree with my analysis? Let me know in the comment section below. It's been Mitch of the Bottom Line View. Thanks for watching. Peace out.